Yeah.
I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though? We can't say they is, can we?
Press. I'm not using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. If you start bringing this up, you're gonna ask my opinion on it. I'm gonna disagree with you.
I didn't ask your opinion on it. You jumped into it.
But
I don't care about your opinion. I like your opinion on how we win an election.
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about? Are you leaving?
Are you referring to the press?
Welcome to Make a Reaction Reviews. We're reacting to things on the internet. Hey guys, so I'm still traveling. I'm still on the road. I'm back in India. I'm in Varanasi right now. And so I'm in a dormitory while I'm recording this video. I just wanted to jump on the story because it's trending right now. Apparently, Kanye, formerly known as Kanye West, walked off of Timpool after getting heated.
Are you leaving?
Are you referring to the press?
He's gone. I'll say it right now. You guys want to bring that stuff up, and then
have
think
the
we're not going
discussion.
And so I was on a live chat today on Twitter, and they were discussing this, I think, with Hotep Jesus or something like that. Another content creator here on YouTube. He was holding a live chat, and he asked me if I was Team Ye or Team Kanye, and I did admit that I haven't necessarily seen the entire podcast yet because I was on a train for 24 hours. But being that I follow Timcast, Timcast, IRL, and I have been since the beginning, and I have been following Ye for a while now, I wasn't surprised. They both have humongous egos, and Timpool is not the best interviewer. I know he's not an interview show, but when he has special guests, he does tend not to let them have the floor. And Kanye, he's someone who needs the floor because of the way he speaks. Some people say that he's sort of rambles. He doesn't ramble. If you listen to Kanye long form, he makes sense, but sometimes he makes a point, then he tells a story in the middle of that point, and then he comes back around to the original point, and you kind of just have to let him speak sometimes.
What I was fighting for was the IP, so my children could, I'm sorry, sometimes I think about 7 thoughts at one time, because anything I see, I come up with like 7 answers to it and then just choose what it is. But
Timpool has a way of making the show about him and being the smartest man in the room. So I'm not surprised that 2 giant egos clashed and Kanye walked out. Apparently Kanye did give Timpool a couple of warnings.
Like, I'm literally gonna walk the F off the show if I'm sitting up here having to, talk about, you can't say that it was
saying like he just didn't want to go into details and he didn't want to rehash things, kind of like what he said when Piers Morgan, when he was saying like, you want to take me back to 2 weeks ago, but we're here today, present time. I don't want to have to keep re-explaining things that happened a few weeks ago, a month ago. I apologize. I explained myself. I specifically pointed out who I was talking about, so I'm not going to go over this whole thing again. And I guess Timpool kept trying to push it or whatever, and Ye walked off the set. Now, I still haven't watched the entire podcast. I don't know if Ye is on the entire one and like when he walked out, like what part of the podcast. Is this halfway through? Was the first 10 minutes? But I have watched a highlight reel, and there was a few things that Kanye said, Ye said, that I agree with. The whole Kyrie thing, and there's a couple of videos I really want to react to that Candace Owens did on Kyrie and Kanye West and Dave Chappelle with the whole Project Mockingbird and all that stuff. MK Ultra, I know, tinfoil hat. But he talked about the Kyrie thing, and Kyrie also spoke about this, where it's like, in the black community, it's spoken about how because of slavery and stuff like that, that black people are constantly searching for their roots and where they come from, and they feel like maybe there's some history missing, maybe history has been rewritten. And Kyrie was simply trying to search for stuff. He's trying to find himself or his identity or whatever, and that's why he posted the link. He denounced all the other denial about what happened to this community thing, and he said, I specifically was just interested in that part, the whole black sort of Israelite thing, right?
I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be, looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth, and I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. I know the Oxford Dictionary, you look it up, right? Till I started looking it up and understanding the definitions and why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in the book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. Like a tree with roots.
People want to hear though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
So Kanye kind of talked about that of like, we're just trying to figure it out. We just want to know our roots. That's it. We're not being hateful. We just want to join the party with you guys and be acknowledged.
There's different beliefs about our bloodlines, you know, like the documentary that Kyrie posted. And in general, America has been left ignorant and history has been changed. So when we start questioning things.
I went to a couple of Torah classes back in the day, and they did talk about how like black was like the last Hebrews or something like that. I'm not that well versed on it. I'm not a black Israelite, but I think there's still it's an interesting conversation. The other thing that Kanye West brought up, the whole being handled or having handlers in Hollywood, I totally believe that. I think most big celebrities have handlers. You can see it when they're on a red carpet and they're being pulled away and stuff like that.
From the fashion world, where they use this plant named Gabby, who's obviously like some kind of CIA agent, knows nothing about fashion. It was like American History X. Like my head was on the side of the curve and the exact people that I called out kicked my head. We found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence.
He worked in the defense research and development.
There's been tons of celebrities have come out and talked about this A, B, C, D list celebrities who used to be big or on a rise, and all of a sudden they fell off, and they'll come out and tell you why, like because they were being controlled and they wouldn't let it happen. This happened to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle talks about it, and I want to do a whole video on it because Kenneth Owen broke it down in such a good way, and it was really interesting in a way I've never seen somebody break it down before. Dave Chappelle talked about being handled, and when he wasn't playing his part, they basically tried to railroad him and screw him over and call him crazy or insane or whatever. And then that slips into the part where Kanye West talks about him being drugged and him being people trying to convince him that he was mentally ill, where he was maybe overly exerting himself or exhausted, drugging him to the point where maybe he wouldn't be able to think anymore.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music though.
And Kanye West posted that weird message that was supposed to be his handler or his trainer that somehow has controlled and medicate Kanye West. It was weird, right? Milo brought up the whole Britney Spears thing, that she had been medicated for how long? Like a decade or so. And now that she's on her own, people are still like, damn, maybe Britney Spears is a little loca and a cabeza. Like Milo said, it could be, or probably is, because she was drugged for so long. Like the side effects that these antipsychotic medications are insane. And so basically trying to not only try to make the rumor that Kanye is crazy like come true.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. Britney, when she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way, but 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. You can see there's not much of her left.
But, however, Kanye storming off set, is that a good look if someone's trying to run for president? Not really, because if you're running for president, you're going to be asked hard questions. You're going to be pushed. You're going to be pushed into a corner. You can't come off as defensive. I appreciate the way Kanye West speaks, but I do think Kanye West needs a media trainer. Probably had him. He's been famous for a long time, but maybe have some answers kind of set so he doesn't get flustered or defensive. Because like if you're gonna run for president, dude, like the skeletons, people are gonna dig so deep into your closet of skeletons that you can't just walk off a set every time it happens. The whole bringing up this certain community on the live Twitter conversation, the roundtable that was happening. Some people were saying like it's a waste of time. Some people were saying he has a good point. I think both are true. I think it's a waste of time. Like, because you can't say anything without them calling you anti, you know what. And when it comes to politics, when it comes to bringing people together, when it comes to reuniting, even when it comes to the black community, there's a lot of other issues we can talk about. I don't want to talk about that issue. I know that there's a point, right? But that point, this is a slippery slope. That's all I have to say. It's a slippery slope to being like, look, I feel like we are being mistreated by people, and I just want to talk about it too, like actually being anti, you know what, like it's a slippery slope. And so I think Kanye kind of needs to back off of that, just like Trump needs to back off of throwing a tantrum that he was wronged in the 2020 election, and kind of move on and have a plan and bring us together. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think of this whole Kanye walking off Tim Pool. Are you team Ye? Are you team Tim? Let me know. I'm disappointed if he walked off too early, because a lot of people are like, that would have been like such an amazing podcast. He could have let Kanye know like, hey, we have to keep it a certain PG level for this live, but we're gonna have our members only chat, and you can say whatever you want. You can word vomit all the shit you want to word vomit, and then maybe Kanye would have stayed. But it could have been history in the making, but it fell apart. Whose fault is it? Let me know. Did you watch the whole thing? Let me know. Are you team Kanye, team Pool? Do you agree with some of Kanye's points? And what points do you disagree with? Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below, and also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my branding membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my branding merch shop. Links down below, and links to all of the alternate platforms I'm on, my socials, including my Twitter, my minds.com, my Odyssey, my Discord, and all the links to all the other channels I have on this platform is in the description box below, and sometimes in the comment section. And if you like, you can super thanks. And I have my second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle, or I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below, also in the comment section. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel, and or follow me on travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date. My arm freaking hurts. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.